Hello everyone, this is Misty Meyer, and today I'm going to talk to you about mass printing. When we use the term mass printing, what we are talking about is that you have given an assignment to your students in Google Classroom, and you need that assignment printed in a hard copy form. One way to do this would be to go into Google Classroom, select the assignment that you would like the students printed, and then to actually open up every individual assignment and print them one at a time. Now, this can get pretty tedious pretty fast. So a better way to do this, if you're printing a lot of assignments at one time, is to do something called mass print. Now, the interesting thing about this is that it is not done from Google Classroom, but actually from Google Drive. So the first place that we want to go is into our Drive, and you can see that I have that open here at the top of my screen in this tab. So go ahead and open your Google Drive right now. The next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through the steps of actually mass printing. So we want to go over to our Drive here at the sidebar on our screen. And you can see that there is an arrow here that you can drop down. Now, once we drop this arrow down, what it does is it lists in alphabetical order all of the folders that are in your Google Drive. And you may not know that when you established Google Classroom, it automatically linked Classroom to your Drive. So you actually have a Classroom folder in your Drive, and you can access any of your students' work through Drive as well as Classroom. So what we're going to do now is drop down that Classroom arrow, and you will see all of your classes listed here in alphabetical order. Now, this includes any classes that you have archived. So you want to be really careful about how you label your classes from year to year, or it can get really confusing and you may end up not being able to find the right assignment that you want to print. What I like to do is my current classes that I'm teaching, I will put the year next to them. When I archive them, I will take the year off, and then I know which classes are active. So what I will do is I will find the class. Let's say I'm going to use class A3. So I'll drop this arrow down, and now in alphabetical order, I have all of the assignments that I have given so far to this class. So let's say that I want to print my Flight 93 assignment. So I'm going to click on that assignment. And here I have all of the students that completed that assignment. Now what I'll do is I will put my arrow right on Flight 93 and I will right click. When I right click, what will happen is I'll get this box that comes up. There's a lot of different things I can do, including putting it in the trash. So be careful when you pull this box up, and I can download, and that's what we're going to do. So go ahead and now left click on download, and what it's going to do is it is going to zip all of the files that are here in this folder into a file here. And you can see it says 18 files zipped. That means that I had 18 students complete the assignment. So however many students completed the assignment, that's how many Word files are going to be zipped into this folder here. So what has just happened is that the computer has converted our Google Doc assignments into Word, and it has zipped them into a file. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. Okay, now your screen, because you are probably working on a PC, is going to look a little bit different, and you are good to go. You are ready to print, and I'm going to tell you what to do next. I have a couple of extra steps to go through because I'm working on a Mac. So these are my downloaded files. So I just need to open this up. Okay, now I have what you have. Okay, so what we're all going to do now is we are going to click Control A, or for me, because I'm working on a Mac, Command A. And that is going to select our files. Now, you should have just one column of blue lit up on your screen. I want you to put your arrow right over the blue, and I want you to right click. And you're going to get a box that pops up, and an option to print inside this box. Now, because I'm working on a Mac, I have to go up here to File, and I'm going to print from here. I get the option to print from here. So what we're going to do is then we're going to click Print, and what's going to happen is Word is going to open up, and each of these files will then print rapidly, one right after the next. And usually what happens is you'll see the Word icon come up, and it kind of blinks a little bit, and then it closes itself. Okay, so I'm not going to actually print these, but if I did click Print, that's what would happen. Now, a few words of advice. These documents will automatically be sent to whatever printer you have for your default. So be sure that wherever you want these to come out, make sure you have that printer set when you begin this process, because wherever you have your default printer set, that's where they're going to go. Now, the other thing is, if you have your students complete an assignment and the assignment has some, if you allow them to do any fonts other than the normal Times New Roman or something like that, if they go in and start doing some of these more interesting fonts that are only found in Google Docs, the computer may not convert them over to a Word file, so it might skip printing them. So just know that if you tell your students, hey, you can pick whatever font you want, be creative with it, it's possible that you might have to go in and reprint those individually. I have had that happen before, but it usually was not too many of them. The other thing is, if you're printing these and you don't have your students put their name at the top of the page, you're going to end up with a big stack of assignments and no names on any of them, which can be extremely frustrating because, trust me, I've done that before. So whenever you are going to mass print an assignment, make sure that in your instructions you tell your students to be sure to put their individual names on the paper, that this up here, just having their name on the Google Doc screen is not enough. And that, my friends, is how you mass print. And if you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to ask. If there's any other questions you have about archiving classes or Google Classroom itself, please just let me know, and have a great day.